Welcome to the Many Shades of Pink and Black Health Radio program on KBOKradio.com, sponsored by Many Shades of Pink. I'm your host, Wendy Sherrill, breast cancer survivor and advocate.
And I'm your co-host, Dr. Susanna Flalo.
Our special guest today is Lynn Carter, fitness diva and wellness coach. Our topic today is a journey of being healthy and fit. For our callers, you can call in 619-919-4745 to join in on our conversation. So, Lynn, it is such a joy. I mean, it's a pleasure to finally actually meet you. We've been actually doing our thing on Facebook, and the friendship that we have created just through, Facebook is just really incredible. So, welcome.
I am so happy, and I'm so happy to finally get to see you in the real.
Right.
So, and it's definitely an honor to be sitting here with two beautiful ladies. I mean, I'm just excited. Okay? I am.
Well, we're so happy to have you here. So we're just going to go ahead and dive on in. So first, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Okay, well, my name is Lynn Carter. I am born and raised right here in San Diego on Bonita Drive, okay? Went to my high school, went to Morrison Madison.
Okay.
Yes, San Diego State. Met my husband at the VFW post. Been married 21 years. He's Navy. We live in Dallas, Texas, actually Lil M, Texas. And I actually first got my start of fitness right here in San Diego.
Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
So what caused you to change and, make that healthy lifestyle?
Oh, Wendy. I was asleep. My husband, at one time I was 230 pounds. And I was actually sleeping. He was standing over me. And he didn't see my chest going up and down because I had so much weight on me. And I'm like, I woke up, I'm like, what you doing? And he was like, babe, I didn't see your chest going up and down. And that's when I said, you know what? I got to get this off of me. I was young.
Okay.
I was, 26, 27 years old. And I never knew I wasn't living a healthy lifestyle. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something. I did everything. I did Jenny Craig. I did Weight Watchers. But once I got off of it, it just came right back. And so, but it was basically my husband. It was him that time. He was scared.
Okay.
And I said I just had to do something. And I wanted to lose the weight. And I did it on my own.
So did you have any, health issues?
No, none.
None?
None.
So can I ask you, you went to 230 pounds. How did you get there? Was it from having children and then just having a sedentary lifestyle?
I've always was big.
Okay.
I was always that little girl and that was a little chunky. My mom used to take us to Sears. I don't know if you remember Sears. And they had the section over there for the little plump girls. And that's what it was. Because I used to always say, I don't want to go over there, I want to go over that side. But I had to be, you couldn't fit that stuff. So, but I was always big. Okay. So it wasn't like I gained the weight. And yes, I have children. My oldest is 28. Okay. And it wasn't from children. It was because that's just I thought I was just a big boned girl. I didn't know I had all this up underneath it.
So you mentioned to me a little earlier today that part of the reason why you wanted to go ahead and get into fitness was because of the weight, but also you saw something in a Zumba class, and that's kind of what took you onto that path. So tell us about that.
Yes, ma'am. I went to my first Zumba class at the base in Point Loma. And one of my friends, she kept asking me to go. And I was like, girl, Zumba can't do nothing for me. What is that going to do for all this? And I went, and I seen other women that was just like me. And the instructor, she don't know, but she was my mentor. because the instructor, she had thyroid, and she showed us a picture of her before and after. And as I started going and going and going, I got addicted to it. And I started seeing I was shredding the weight. So I was the girl that was in the back that moved on up to the front. And so then that's when I decided to leave corporate America and go into fitness.
So that is your reason of becoming a fitness instructor. So that was your journey. That was your start.
That was my start.
Okay.
That was my start.
All right. Well, let me ask you this question: what make you stand out from all the other fitness instructors?
Because I have a passion.
Okay.
And I tell my story. I give my testimony every time I walk into that gym. I hold a gym of 150 people in a class. You didn't see my videos.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm all on YouTube. I got over 2,000 followers. So
yeah.
What makes me stand out is my personality.
Okay.
You have to have personality when you're a fitness instructor, especially teaching dance. Anything dance focused, you have to have the personality. You got to connect
right
with your students, and I make it personable. I don't go in there and be a robot and just follow me and that's it. We're one big family, and so that's what make me stand out and make my classes such a success.
Okay.
So you did mention that you were. Tell us a little bit about the fact that you had your own fitness program and then went into 24-hour fitness. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
I moved to Dallas. I moved from here to Dallas, and I started off with 24-hour fitness because I transferred, and then after 6 months, I decided I wanted to open up my own studio. I walked in on faith. I called friends that was out here that had studios, and they was like, "Lynn, just do it, just do it, just do it." I didn't have a following. I'm the new girl. I'm new to the state. I'm new to the city.
Right.
Nobody knows who the fitness diva is. Who is her? And so I opened up my studio. I went out, and I mean, me and my husband, I don't have a marketing background, so everything was footwork. Handing out flyers, people walking in Walmart. Here, come and try me out, free class. And so then I opened up my studio, and then it boomed. I mean, I was for 5 years.
I remember. I was a follower of yours, so
Yes.
it was. I was really impressed because you were the newbie, and you went to a different state. You opened up your own business, and you thrived in it. So, you know, I have to give you your props for that.
Thank you.
And so, also, how important is nutrition? Into, you know, creating a client's regimen. When you get a new client, walk us through that on what's your process?
I'm hard.
Okay.
I am. If you hire me as your personal trainer, I'm very, very strict on nutrition. I give you a meal plan that is designed especially for you.
Okay.
Okay. Some people need high protein. Some people don't. Some people need to be off of carbs. So I need to know, especially your medical history background. You know, sugar. That's another thing. So when I go in, I tell them, don't waste my time. I'm with you. Hire me for three sessions, an hour session. Break them up, and we go in. Tell them that when we go in, cardio is a must. We do everything. I work every body muscle in your body. I'll weigh you. I take your measurements. And then and I have everybody connected on my Fitbit so I can check and see how many steps you're doing a day. You know, so if you're not doing it, then I will send a message and say something.
Okay, so
yeah.
What is your inspiration and your drive behind your passionate and your unique style of fitness and dance classes? Because when I see you, I'm just like, wow, where is she? I mean, where did all that coming from? I mean, it's like the energy, the different moves. They're different. They're unique. You know. So where's all that coming from?
I don't know. It's a talent. I think this is something that God wanted me to do. And I mean, I go in my bathroom, and that's where I build my choreography. is in my bathroom, and the energy is when I see them walk in there, and they're smiling and they're happy. That's what makes me happy. That's what makes me just go in and I go hard. And then they like for me to act a fool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if you see my videos, I swear I go crazy. That's my ultra ego. That's who I want to be all the time. And then when they see me, they're like, "You're so quiet," and you know, and you just, they was like, "But you just be fire." So it's just when I walk in there, I go in there with I'm about to change someone's life, and I believe that they come every week. They follow me.
Right.
I teach 9 fitness classes a week. I do 3 a day.
That's amazing.
And they will come to all 3 if they could a day. And it's just because of what I give them.
Okay.
I give them a lot.
So I have to take you back one step,
Okay.
because from our conversation before, I know the reason why you went into the Zumba class but didn't feel like it was going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You were one phone call away from doing what when you were at 230 pounds?
Surgery.
Yeah. So what were you looking for, Nancy? You just wanted to be smaller, but
I
you
wanted
didn't want
to
to
be
do the work?
smaller, but
Okay.
didn't want to do the work. I wanted a quick fix.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it was a big trend back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the gastric bypass surgery and also the lap bands
Yes.
and the sleeves, all of that stuff. And it free for me
Mm-hmm.
as a dependent.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to utilize it. But then when I went in there and I enjoyed the Zumba and seeing that, hey, you know what? And these girls was moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm losing weight and I don't have to have the doctor's cut on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made me say, okay, I'm gonna just do this. And it don't take you a week to put the weight on.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it was gonna take a week for it to come off, and that's what I preach. And I don't think that I would be able to be as successful that I am if I would have did the surgery.
Right.
Because it's all off of based of what I tell them.
And I can tell you for a fact that if you did not change your lifestyle, you would not have lost any weight, even with the surgery. Because as a physician, I've had some of my patients go and do the gastric bypass, lose absolutely nothing because they continue to eat the same way, the pizzas, the hamburgers, the french fries. And then I've seen people lose 100 pounds, the whole body size, 150 pounds, by doing their lifestyle change and making sure that they started exercising. So yeah, you would not have been successful because you didn't have the mindset to change your lifestyle. So with that, what we're going to do is take a break, okay? So give me just 1 second. So you're listening to the Many Shades of Pink and Black Health Radio program on KBLKradio.com, sponsored by Many Shades of Pink. Our special guest today is Lynn Carter, fitness diva and wellness coach.
I'm your host, Wendy Sherrill, breast cancer survivor and advocate.
And I'm your co-host, Dr. Susanna Flalo, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Many Shades of Pink and Black Health Radio program on KBLKradio.com, sponsored by Many Shades of Pink.
I'm your host, Wendy Sherrill, breast cancer survivor and advocate.
I'm your co-host, Dr. Susanna Flalo, and our special guest today is Lynn Carter, fitness diva and wellness coach. Our topic today is a journey of becoming healthy and fit. Please call in on the call-in number line at 619-919-4745 and join us in our conversation. So, before our break, we were talking about the options of having surgery, like gastric bypass, band surgery, things like that. Anything to, like a quick fix for this massive weight, trying to get that down, versus people that do the hard work to get the weight off, which is the decision you chose at the last minute. Because you were right on the verge of picking up that phone and calling.
I was right there.
Right.
I even discussed it with my husband. He was like, whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know, he was like, I love you if you're this size or another size.
Right.
So he was like, I love you for the person that you are inside, not what you look like.
And obviously that's true, because if you said you were a big girl from the beginning, you weren't slim at the wedding.
Exactly.
You weren't slim at the wedding, so
he loved all that.
Exactly.
Right.
But you got to a point where you were no longer happy with the weight you were carrying.
And I was unhappy. I was stressed. I would look at women like you, and I would lightweight hate. You know, I wasn't like a hater like that, but I was like, yeah, she thinks she cute. You know, but you know. But I mean,
so you was actually underlining hating on the next woman that was small.
Yes.
And that was fit.
Yes.
Wow.
I was.
Okay, well, at least you're being honest about it.
Well, wait a minute. Some of us had to do the hard work, and she just hating on us because she wasn't doing the hard work.
Okay.
Some of us have to do some stuff to stay at a decent size. So she was hating on us, and she was sitting there eating her chips.
On the couch watching the stars.
Well, I have a question, sis, and to the audience, doctor. What is the mental state of mind for a person that, you know, they're basically they're big. Obviously, they really want to be small. Otherwise, they wouldn't even choose, you know, going the route of surgery. Mm-hmm. Don't you think that there is some underlying issue there?
Yeah, quite a few, and it depends on the person.
Right.
So, from the population I've served, mm-hmm. most of them tend to eat to satisfy a need. So, in other words, that's their drug of choice is food, and they're trying to fill this void of depression or anxiety or an issue from their childhood, something like that. Okay. I do know of women that want to stay large because they've had someone basically rape them as a child or young adult.
Or molestation.
Exactly, to some degree. And so their defense mechanism is to stay large and unattractive. Okay. So that no one will see them and want to harm them again. So I know that for a fact. Women have told me that personally. So some choose to be big because of that, the violation they've had in the past. Others, really it's depression. So they don't necessarily want to be big, and they're not trying to look for a barrier to keep people away, but they're depressed or they're anxious or there's some stress going on in their life, and what they do is they turn to food, whereas others stop eating. Right. You know, myself, if I'm stressed, I stop eating, so I might lose weight. Yeah. But the other person will turn to something that's going to satisfy that need, and they will, you know, sit with a tub of ice cream or something like that. They regret it later, but they're trying, at that point, they're hurting so badly inside, and they're trying to fill that void or that pain, fix that pain. And that is a drug of choice, whether it be, you know, marijuana, cocaine, whatever it is. You know, if you choose, you know, to eat badly and to eat a lot of it in glutton, you know, that's still a drug of choice. Right. So, and whether you choose alcohol or anything. So we have to first get to an understanding of why you are in the way, why you were in the place where you are, and why are you choosing food to take care of a pain. Right. And usually, when you can get to that, then you can start working on the other issues. So I would hope that if you were going to make that call to have that surgery, that you would have gone through the proper steps to say, okay, these are the things you have to do. And actually, I do know now that when you're preparing for a gastric bypass, you have a year, you have a year's process where you need to lose 10% of your weight, and you need to go to psychiatry and learn with, you know, what are your issues. You need to go and have some other things done. You have to be okay to have that mindset of being smaller, because some people are not okay with that, and they sabotage themselves when they get to a certain point. You know.
Yes. So their frame of mind. So also, I have a question. Is that covered under insurance? So that's covered under insurance now, right? So is that why so many people are leaning towards that and going towards that?
Well, I think, for some insurances it is covered. Okay. But now they need to go through the proper steps before they'll actually do it. Okay. You know, me being at Kaiser, yes, it was covered. But back in the day, if your primary care provider signed off, you just got it. Now there's a whole process. You have to show that you've tried several different weight management, you know, programs and were unsuccessful. You have to then do, like I said, the 10% weight loss and all go through all the classes on making sure that you know how to eat properly once you do get the surgery, because it's not going to be successful if you go back to eating the same foods. It needs to be a lifestyle change, and that is just supposed to be a stepping stone or a jumping off, so that when you do get some of that weight off, you will continue to lose it in a more natural way.
Right, and then we also know that, you know, you have to feel good on the inside in order to actually make those changes you need that's necessary on the outside. So,
you need to love yourself. Exactly. And that's why that psychology piece or that counseling piece is necessary to find out where you are mentally. Because if you're depressed, we need to fix that. Exactly. If you don't fix that, you'll continue to eat regardless of the surgery afterwards. So tell me, the surgery was your choice at that point before you finally stepped into it, was more just the weight, or were you in some other places in your head?
Well, it was the weight. It was a whole bunch of things, you know. places in my head, being unhappy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to, like I said, I was hating on you.
Yeah.
I was all the way in Hawaii
No, don't
hating on
be hating
you.
on us.
Okay? I was hating on you little girls. But other than that, but it was depression.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get upset, you go in the stores, you can't, you can't fit certain things.
Yeah.
I was young. I didn't want to dress and look like a older woman when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
You know, so that was, it was a whole bunch of things stemmed up in one. And so, but I'm glad that I didn't do it, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example, I have a young lady I'm working with right now. I'm personal trainer, been with her for about 2 months. She was going to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I talked her out of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, that's where your passion
And
come in.
I go to her, I teach a class, and then I leave sweaty, wet, and go work with her
Mm-hmm.
at her country club. Now, it's just me and her, the only ones in there,
Mhm.
you know. And I didn't see this woman, and I love her to death. I just did a 90 days transformation challenge. I had 19 ladies, and she won.
Mm.
And she went from a fair, I never, because I don't body shame anybody.
No.
She went from a very large woman to baby. She got a snatched waist. Her confidence level is high. She did not only go personal train with me, she goes to my classes, and she just signed up with the Gladiators, Camp Gladiators boot camp.
Wow.
I said, baby, you doing it, because I don't even do that.
Wow. Wow.
But to see her, and she still has a long way to go. And she cried to me last week because I told her I wouldn't be there this weekend. And she said, you know what? You stuck with me. She said, I'm working for you. I said, you know what? Why don't we do this? I said, it's not about the money. I said, if you would just let me keep you and get you where you want to be. And she doesn't want to be my size.
Right.
She just said, she was like, if I can get down to a 16,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be happy, Lynn. I was like, okay, we're going to get you there.
Yeah.
I said, so what you pay me, I'm going to throw in 2 extra sessions a week. I'm going to work with you 3 days a week instead of 1 day a week.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And that, just because I know she has the drive, and she didn't make the lifestyle change, and she was going to do just what you was talking about. Go and get the surgery. And hers is the weight, mental, all that.
Yeah.
And I intercepted that.
And the fact is that her whole mental capacity has gotten better now, because she loves herself now, even at this stage, even though she's smaller but still a large lady.
Yes.
She now loves herself. She now has confidence, and you can get all that from doing the hard work. You can't get that from the surgery.
No.
You can't.
Because you don't appreciate it.
And you know what? And the thing is, not only her confidence level. I'll be looking at her because I follow her on Facebook, and she didn't start beating the face and start wearing the hats, and I'm like, oh, and she's showing her whole body.
Wow.
And I always say, I was like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I said, I love it. Keep doing what you do, boo. I'm right here with you. We gonna walk this to the end till you get to that size 16.
That's fabulous.
Right.
And she just to see how happy she is.
That's fabulous. I do want to ask you one question, because you mentioned that you're from Dallas. I mean, you were here. You were born and raised here, but you moved to Dallas a few years ago. What brought you here to San Diego this weekend?
Yes. I was going to ask that question.
Today is my mom's 89th birthday.
Oh, my
Hallelujah.
goodness.
So we celebrated. I flew in on Friday, and we've been going nonstop. Her birthday we had her birthday at the Church of the Living God yesterday, because my mom is a minister.
Oh, fabulous.
And so, we went to the church, and we did it in their auditorium, and celebrated my mom's 89th birthday. She still look good. She's still driving.
Does.
We flew in here together, and she was like, I don't know about this plane. The plane was, I said, Mama, that's all right. She was like, we're going to pray. I'm going to pray for everybody. Okay? And so that's what brought me here and then Wendy found out I was coming,
I did.
and she reached out to me.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad she did.
I did. I reached out to you, and also happy birthday to your beautiful mom.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
So yeah, I found out that she was coming, and I'm like, okay, this is my chance to grab her because her energy. I mean, I could feel it from I'm watching her videos on Facebook, and I'm just like, wow, she has the passion. Her passion reminds me of our passion, sis, of what we do for the community and where our hearts is.
Right.
So that's why I reached out to her, because she has the same passion when she's teaching and training her class as we do, as we trying to help save lives.
Right.
So the energy is just it's unstoppable and it's beautiful.
But I did a dedication to you.
I'm gonna ask you about that. So see, this is what I see. You beat me to the punch. I said, what inspired you to create a breast cancer fitness video?
You. You did. You did. And it was so awesome. I always one of the things, even when I had my studio, is every year I threw a breast cancer Zumba event.
She did.
And all the proceeds went to Susan G. Komen.
Okay.
Yes.
I had a student of mine that was with me for 3 years. Never knew that she was going through breast cancer. And I think you seen one of the pictures.
I did.
She walked in, and because she left, and she was going through chemo. I didn't know. And she walked in, and she had on this pink hat, this pink hair, and then she took it off. And we made $2,000 that day, and I gave it to her.
Wow.
I said, I'm going to give it to my own. I said, because she was like, she didn't ask for it. She didn't know. She was like, I just was coming to support. She was like, Lynn, you always supporting breast cancer. And she was like, and I was coming in class. You didn't even know I was going through it.
Yeah.
And
you told me about that. Yeah.
I gave her everything. It was going to go in, but every year I do something.
Yes, she does.
But I did a video, a specific video, and I even had some of my students even come.
She did. I was so honored. I mean, I really was when I actually saw this video. And she had these dance moves, and she was all, let me tell you, when she, like how I get all dialed up for the Race for the Cure, oh, she's on fire. She is all pinked out. She has her outfit, and she was just doing it, okay? And I was just, I'm just be honest, I was just like, oh my God, she made a video for me.
I did.
She did. I would love to have her one year for the Race for the Cure up on that stage.
So Susan G. Komen can send for her?
I know. Or she could do the Susan G. Komen in Dallas. You need to be up on the stage. I mean, with all that energy.
I would love to come here.
Yeah.
Because that's home.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is my roots.
Right.
This is where my sisters is.
Yeah.
So I would love, and I told you, I was like,
Yeah.
just let me know. I just put in at work.
Right.
And hey, I need a sub. Oh man, you going again? Yes, I'm going again. So I definitely would love to come and support and do whatever I can. I'm definitely about giving back.
She does. She really does. I mean, I was just like, wow, she's special. And when I say she's special, because in the sense of not being selfish, what we do out here trying to save lives, we're not in it for the money. We in it because it's a passion, and we want to give back. And that's the same passion that you have. And I tell you, not just for breast cancer, you do for all different type of illness and diseases. So I really have to commend you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And I told you that she is so creative. So what inspired you to start painting? The girl can paint.
She can paint?
Yeah.
I'm learning something new about her today.
Yeah.
And I sew.
I was going to tell you that. Then I was going to say, how did you start designing clothes? Exactly.
I I have a 15-year-old, and she can draw and paint and all that. And I went to like a painting with a twist, and I was like looking at their concept, and I was like, oh, I can do that. I mean, I can sketch something out, and I said, I want to go to people's houses, and instead of them going to a building, let's do mobile painting. And then it fell into when I started breast cancer, and I started doing the African art with the breast cancer logos, and then she was my first supporter.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you think it's that good? She's like, I'll buy those from you.
I bought 3 pictures from
And
her.
I'm like,
yeah.
And then so I was like, I just like being around people.
Yeah.
I think anything that dealing with people, I just love to do.
Yeah.
And the painting parties, they be so fun.
Yeah.
I go in there with this same personality. It don't stop. And we do the painting. I'll be like, okay, the more you drink, the more you paint. I was like, so, I'll go and fill it up. But I think I just got into it it's really because that's something that I wanted to do with my daughter. Okay. I'm always gone. I'm always teaching. I'm always doing a convention. I'm training or something.
Yeah.
And I'm away from my kids. And my daughter, she's an awesome artist. And
I did see some of her work.
Yes, I posted.
Yeah,
I mean, she's awesome. And so that's a connection I can do with my daughter. That mother-daughter
You
time.
even have a painting room. She got a painting room.
Yes.
Somewhere. Like some people, if she was back in corporate, she'd have her office. So
right.
This is her work
she
now.
Didn't dedicate. She didn't. Wait a minute. No. She got a painting room, and she has a clothing room, a design room. Okay.
So tell us about the design, and the clothing, and the sewing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my passion.
Yeah, that's her passion too.
Well, it was for a season. I ain't did it since.
But her stuff was so. Sis. I was like, I'll buy that.
I love fashion.
Yeah.
And I just YouTube is a powerful tool. I just was like, and I see, first of all, I see stuff and they be like, oh, okay, the price. I'm like, I can make that. Okay. And it was the skirts, the maxi skirts.
Oh,
and so I we have Hobby Lobby, and went to Hobby Lobby. Guy was like, the material, $10?
Yeah.
I'm about to make, so I started hand sewing it first, off of YouTube, hand sewing. And my husband seen me do it, and I came home from teaching a class, and he knows my favorite part of my house is the bathroom. He had me a sewing machine with a bow sitting in the bathroom for me because I go straight from the back door. Yes, and I posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. So then I just started making the maxi skirts. And then I made a dress.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can do this. So it just, I don't know, it's just hidden talent. I'm just good with my hands and stuff like that.
So are you self-taught in the sewing?
Yes.
Okay.
I taught myself. Now, give me a pattern.
I was going to say. So can you put a zipper in straight, some buttonholes and whatnot?
I can now.
Okay. From trial and error, right?
Because I'll be like, why
lopsided?
Why is it going this way? So, yes.
But no, I actually seen her work, and it was amazing. And just with the painting.
Yeah.
I'm one of those ones that always want to help the next entrepreneur
and support them.
So
very support me in everything.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do.
I thank you for that, because I mean, you didn't even physically know me. You know me, Facebook me.
Yeah.
But you didn't know me, and I mean, you supported me and I think that's what drove me so close to you.
Yeah.
I was like, I started calling you sis on Facebook. I'm like, hey sis, beautiful.
Yeah.
And so, it's just a support. And that's one thing that I gotta say is we need to start supporting each other.
Exactly.
And I'm in the fitness world, and I see even in the fitness world, a lot of us will go to someone else
Mm-hmm.
before supporting your own.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, I'm here for everybody,
Yes.
but I'm really here for us because we the ones that have diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
We the ones that have a lot of medical issues and stuff like
Exactly.
that. So because of the types of food we eat, you know,
Right.
our collard greens, we put fat back and all that in there. I mean, I eat like that once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a very clean eater, but just to get us on the right path, the nutrition, and don't do the get quick. You know, go out there in these liquid diets. That's not healthy for you.
And it's not sustainable.
No, and I'm like, you know, I asked them, oh girl, I got a headache. Well, what you doing? Oh, I'm doing a lemonade diet. I'm like, oh, I said, girl, I said that's why you having a headache because you got too many lemons up in your. It's affecting your brain, you know. But you know, but you have to you have to dedicate.
Right.
And it has to be a lifestyle change.
Right.
And if you don't change and you don't dedicate your life to it, it's not going to work.
Right.
You
And
know?
that's what I've been trying to tell people for years, that there is no quick fix. Absolutely not. Anything worthwhile is worth working hard for.
Right.
And so when it comes to taking care of your health, that needs to be a lifetime project, which means you need to change some things.
Yes.
You need to change the way how you eat and drink. So you can't drink your calories. I always tell people, it's like, oh, they always tell me when they're, 400 pounds, it's like, well, I eat very little, and they may be right, but they've had 2 liters of soda, and they've had 4, big jugs of juice. They drank about 5,000 calories.
Yes.
So how are they supposed to, and then they don't move.
Right, and you know what? They don't even realize how much calories and sugar that soda has.
Right.
I very rarely touch soda at all.
Yeah, I don't drink it at all.
Yeah, I just drink that alkaline water and this water what they provide me
Oh,
here.
stop. You need to quit.
You
can bring your own alkaline
I know. But I just want to bring up the fact that you said the quick fixes. And everybody watched me on my 6-week weight loss journey.
Mm-hmm.
I lost to 17. Well, I was supposed to lose to 20 pounds, and only lost 17 pounds because I actually I weighed in early because I was tired, sis.
Tell the truth. You hated that. You tell the truth. Go ahead. You hated what
really
asparagus
happened?
and tilapia.
Yeah,
What'd you call it?
Day, tilapia.
Tilapia. That's all they had her eating 5 times a day.
Well,
Tilapia
but
and
you know
asparagus.
that tilapia is the worst fish
Exactly.
out there. So eating, that's one thing I tell people about the tilapia.
Tilapia is
It's like eating a whole pack of bacon.
I already know that. So I was I was buying the wild caught.
Okay.
So that was the, because let me tell you, I always preach about tilapia.
Yes.
Okay? I
Yes.
don't even like tilapia. And so guess what? I had to eat that, and I had to eat asparagus and asparagus. I love asparagus. Do you know? Till now, I don't even want to eat that. And so sis says, you're not going to, that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
You
can't eat like that
can't
for
eat
weeks
like
on
that.
end.
No.
You have to
Was
learn how
this
to
your
eat
coach?
Well,
Had you?
I had to actually be on that because I was trying to reach my goal. I didn't have to be on that the whole entire time, but I had to be on there for at least probably about 2 weeks or so. And
So was this a meal plan? Was this
Yeah,
okay?
it
Because
was
I'm asking because this is what I do,
right.
and I'm like, I don't have them.
Please don't.
Have them.
I
eating that.
had to. I mean, I
You look good though.
No, but I actually,
You do.
I didn't gain. Thank you. I didn't gain. That was too skinny for me. I didn't have 20 pounds really, to lose. And what I really needed probably is just like a personal trainer, to tone and just teach me the different techniques of what I need to do. Because I'm trying to have those arms like sis here, and because she played tennis, and so I'm trying to have arms like that.
I know that's right.
But it's so I just need someone actually to help guide me. I do know how to do the cardio. I know how to do all of that, but my main thing is that I need to tone.
Okay.
That's what I need to do, and so I want to ask you, getting back to your fitness, do you have fitness goals for yourself?
Yes, I do. I at least want to win one bodybuilding competition.
So let us know, because you mentioned something about entering in 2 of them recently. So
I
tell us
did
about
too.
That. Yeah.
I didn't place, but it was a good experience. I took the feedback. I'm gonna tell you what's the hardest thing for me is the nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Because because as many classes as I teach of cardio, and I think I put on Facebook that I'm streaming back from doing a lot of cardio because it just keeps me small, and I want to go up a category. I want to go up to physique instead of doing bikini, and I want to be more muscle bound. Now I'm just eating more heavier foods. Like what I don't eat. I don't eat steaks. I don't eat. Well, this is stuff I'm gonna have to put on for me to get a little bigger than what I was. I'm saying. Remember, I told you I was 118, and now I'm 130.
That's good.
For this competition that I want to do for the fall, I need to be a solid 145, but all muscle.
Yes.
So that's my goal.
Okay.
That's my goal,
Well,
to be 49 years old and to enter into and win. I want to win.
You're gonna do it.
That's
I'm just gonna tell you that I watched some of your stuff while you were training.
Oh
You was almost there. You were there. I mean, your arms, your legs, your back, and I was like, "Woo! Look at that back."
Even it's just like
it
muscle
was,
coming out of my neck, and it's just like, but it was my husband though. Girl, it's him. I need to now. That's who I need to really be training, because he be coming in. He be like, "Ooh, I got you some licorice up there." I'm like, "You know I can't have that." I said, "What you trying to do? You trying to sabotage
Yeah, he's trying
me?"
to sabotage your efforts.
Wait a minute, but you know what? That's my favorite. You know, red licorice girl.
The red vines.
Girl, the red
and
vine.
then he'd be like, I got some fried catfish in there. I'm like, you know, and it's always during that time of, and I was like, is he testing me? And he know I'm weak. I'll be weak. I'm like, I was like, just give me. And I said, just give me a little piece, and just a little piece. But that's my goal. That's my goal. Is I want to at least win one.
Yeah,
they're fun. They're really fun.
And that gives you something to strive for too.
Yes,
yeah.
I just want that trophy. I don't want a pro card. I still go in as an amateur, but I want that trophy and to say that I accomplished and I won, and because a lot of them, I'm in different categories.
Okay.
A lot of those girls is young.
Okay.
So, but for me to had a stroke, had kids, cesarean, didn't alter my body, did all this on my own. I've trained myself. When you see me in there, I'm training myself.
I asked you, that's what I wanted to speak on, your stroke.
Well, that's what I was going to ask her about. Because she spoke to me about it earlier.
Oh.
So let's talk about that right now. Because you mentioned that you were up to 230 pounds, and then you started into this fitness, journey. But somewhere along that fitness journey, and you had lost some weight, you had a stroke. So tell us about that.
Yeah.
I had a stroke, a full-blown stroke. I didn't know that I didn't know what was happening to my body. It was in the middle of teaching a class. Right in the middle of, actually I was teaching insanity. And that's high intensity, high cardio.
Yes.
And my whole left side of my face drooped. I didn't know. I thought I was having muscle spasms. I didn't know that, I didn't know the symptoms. I'm not educated on that. So I didn't know what was happening with my body. And I had a doctor that was in my class. And she stopped the music. She's like, call an ambulance. She's having a stroke. If it wasn't for her, I would be dead right now. They got me to the hospital. They gave me whatever they gave me. I stayed in the hospital 2 weeks. They told me I'd never be able to do what I do. It was done.
So let the audience know that you had left-sided weakness.
My whole entire left side was weak, numb. The tingling in the hands, you feel that, the tingling in your feet, go get checked out. Because that's the first sign. And I couldn't even raise my arm up. I kind of walked with like a droop for about a month. And I didn't think that I would ever be where I'm at now after that. I really did not. I thought that it was a done deal. And the doc, especially when the doctors is telling you, you would not be able to work out again. You would not be able to do this again. You would not be able to do that. But I rehabbed myself. I went to I still go to the neurologist. This is something that I have to do for the rest of my life. I have to take aspirin. I take Xarelto, blood thinners. So on top of all my nutrition stuff that I take for fitness. So when the doctor said I wouldn't be able to do it, I said no. I'm gonna do this. So I was at home. I would get weights and in bed working this left side. I put more focus on even now, I put more focus on my left side than I do my right side. My left side is stronger than my right side now. So when I be flexing and I'm be bench pressing or I'm doing like my curls, and I like to show that left bicep now because it's like it just pops. When it used to didn't, oh. So even like my doctor, he tells me all the time, he was like, you know what, you're a strong woman. And he was like,
you are.
I didn't think that you would be able to bounce back. He was like, but I'm happy for you. And he was like, just don't want me to overdo it. But when you have a blood clot in your brain, that's what happened with me with my stroke. I had a blood clot in the top of my brain, on the left side of my brain, and that's when everything went south for me.
Did you have weakness in your leg also?
All the way down.
So did you have trouble walking?
I had trouble walking.
So
yes.
you had to rehab that too.
I had to rehab the whole left side. And when I walked, I walked with a cane for a while because I had to have something to hold on to, and which I didn't go right back to work, of course, but I just start walking around. I was even at the hospital walking around. They with all my IVs and stuff.
You was determined, huh?
Yes.
You was determined. And there's nothing, when you have a determined mind, nothing is going to stop you.
And I'm in tears. Just because this is touching for me, this is something I speak to in my classes, every single class. I tell them, because they look at me and they think I had no medical issues. And when I tell them, yes, I had a stroke and, I have weight and this. So that's I think that's what keep people coming to my class. Because it's like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. And that's the attitude that I have. I tell them, I was like, if I can do it, you can do it. So.
Well, question. Tell our audience, just so that they can know, what other symptoms did you have? So that they can be clear
about the stroke.
And what you said that you were under stress as well during that time. So could you speak a little bit more on your symptoms, just so that our audience, if they're doing some things, actually be out of time.
Okay.
But let me just say that the main thing for a stroke, to identify a stroke, is to remember the word FAST. F-A-S-T.
Okay.
So each stands for something. F is for facial weakness or facial droop, which is what she had.
Yeah, right.
A is for asymmetry, okay? Or arm, like if you can't raise your arm, where she was having issue. S is for speech. So if you have some kind of a speech issue or slurred speech or difficulty speaking, then you know that you may be going through a stroke. And T is for time, meaning you call 911 immediately, because every second that you delay treatment is more brain loss. So if you can remember those things, F-A-S-T, facial droop, arm weakness, speech, changes in your speech, or time, T, you have to call 911 immediately if you think someone's having a stroke, which is what the doctor did in your class.
Yes.
Thank God you had a doctor in your class that witnessed the symptoms. And because every minute after that,
well, what happened? Well, she said something about my eyes too.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
So just know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go dive into our announcements real quick.
Okay, so our first announcement is, of course, our monthly community outreach event, Good Health Equals Long Life. It's every third Wednesday of the month. It's a free event for everyone in the community. It's at the Big Lots parking lot on 1655 Euclid Avenue in San Diego. Our next event is September 20th, which is about a week and a half from now. So on the Wednesday, we're there from 10 to 6. So please come out, tell your neighbors and your friends and your colleagues and everyone to come out. It's free. We'll do blood pressure screening, blood sugar screening, free mammograms, state-of-the-art 3D mammograms, and various other types of resources and testing at that time.
And we have another event that will be a breast cancer awareness event. Coleman San Diego Circle of Promise and a Healthier Me will join Black Women of Excellence San Diego, October 28th, 4 Point, Sheraton, at 8110 Arrow Drive, 92123. We're offering free state-of-the-art 3D mammogram screening from 10 to 2. To schedule an appointment, call 619-269-1299. And also a breast cancer awareness seminar that my sis here, Dr. Follow, and myself at 11 a.m. With opportunity drawings to win. And with that, you have been listening to the Many Shades of Pink and Black Health Radio program on KBOK Radio, sponsored by Many Shades of Pink. I'm your host, breast cancer survivor, Wendy Sherrill.
And I'm your co-host, Dr. Susanna Flalo.